Alright, so for this video, I'm about to throw my camera out on the street if you can't focus. Look at it. There you go. Alright, so this video we are talking about landscapes and the Oregon Trail. So we're going to have a foreground, which is closest to the bottom of the paper. It's things that are very close to you. A midground, which is kind of sort of far away, but not too far away. And then toward the back of the paper, the background, which is very far away. Okay? So things that are far away is going to look small, and things that are closer are going to look larger. No camera. I'll throw you in the street. My camera can't figure out what my hand is. Okay, so according to the video, okay, that y'all watched, it was a lot of dangers, and usually people traveled in groups. So we're going to go ahead and draw the Pioneer schooner, okay? No camera. Apparently our camera doesn't want us to learn about the Oregon Trail today. We're going to have the canvas on it, the first struts, okay, and now we have the front of our schooner. Going to bring it back. So this is the actual wagon part of it. Going to have a line to match, and it's going to sink down like this, and we're going to have that's starting to look a little bit more like a schooner. Okay, so we have the big old wheels. Remember, these were dangerous. People sometimes got trapped underneath them, or especially if you're a woman, you're expected to wear long dresses. If this got stuck and you got pulled underneath it, oopsie daisy, that wasn't good. And of course we need hubs, which are the middle part of the wheel, the actual part of the wheel itself, and then the spokes. So this is going to be our main subject, okay, a schooner. A subject is the star of the show in a work of art. So those are our 4 words: subject, foreground, well, actually 5 words: foreground, background, midground or middle ground, and landscape. Because I don't know about you, I don't know if you've been out west, but ooh, is that part of the country full of beautiful landscapes. I know it must have been very boring to only go about 5 miles per hour each and every day, but just think of the scenery these people saw. Alright, we need the tongue of our wagon, and axles kept everything together, so just have a hint of a line underneath there, and maybe a hint of a wheel on the other side. So now we got our schooner. Where are the oxen, you might ask? Where are the people? And why is it floating in outer space? Because that's not right. So we're going to say that this schooner has come to a stop for the day. They're going to make camp, okay, because you can't travel at night. It'd be very dangerous. We're going to have our oxen, and we're just going to use kind of box oxen today. Enjoying the good life with some grass. Okay, you usually had a team. I don't know, a lot of the pictures show 2. That's usually what people could afford. But it was recommended that you had 6, a team of 6 oxen to help pull along your wagon. So if in case one of them died, you'd still have enough power. If you only had 1 ox, it would take you forever. And famously, one family actually used their dairy cow to pull their wagon all the way across. It took them twice as long. And their dairy cow actually made it, which was amazing. Had another cow here. Or ox, excuse me. Talking about dairy cows. Getting myself mixed up. Not good. I'll have this one looking at you. So remember, you want to leave at the right time of the year so you would have enough grass for your oxen. We're going to have it whip its tail around. You would set up camp at night. So we'll have a little campfire happening here. If I'm going too fast, you can always pause me. And if there's water nearby, you're expected to get the water. People didn't understand about using like a common area to go to the bathroom, though. There were no outhouses on the way there. Unfortunately, people would just kind of use their business wherever they wanted, and that caused a lot of the cholera problems because it would pollute the nearby water sources. So a lot of the thing, especially for children, fetching water, fetching firewood, easier jobs that weren't as heavy labor, but still important. You could have like, oh, hang on. A little girl with a bonnet on. Bonnets were in, okay? What can I say? And she's got herself a pail of water. Okay, so children had the smaller jobs of it. That line, I wish I could erase it, but I can't. We're just gonna pretend she's happy. Okay, it's been a more thrilling day today, a more exciting day, and not so boring. Men were often expected to do all the hunting of the group. We'll have him pointing his gun away from his child. Suspenders were in. What can you say? Saw some suspenders here. And everyone wore hats. I don't know if you've been to the Midwest, but it's hot. So everyone had straw hats or wide brim leather hats. And he's had a good day too. He's brought back 100 pounds of meat from shooting a pronghorn or another type of animal out there. If one of your oxen died, you might use it for meat as well. Okay, so pretty hunky-dory in the camp. So this is our subject, our camp with our big old schooner wagon here. Well, this is just the foreground. This is just what's closest to us, okay? Just the foreground. So now in the midground, okay, further down the hill, we're going to have, maybe you've heard the term circle up your paddy wagons, okay, or circle up your wagons. People would literally take their wagons circle up their wagons, and it would form a protective barrier where they could have their main big bonfire camp in the middle of it. So just draw some little wagons down here. Okay, and of course we have the road that everyone has etched into the land going by. Gets smaller as it goes away. Okay, so we have our mid-ground now, okay, that shows more to the story. And of course, out there, the first mountains that these people would encounter were the Rocky Mountains. And they are large and angry looking. So a lot of the trails that, or part of the trails that wove through the Rocky Mountains had to go in between big mountain ridges and go through the valleys. Though there were some passes, okay, or places that they had to go up a little bit and in between two mountains to get through. So that was very harrowing, because if you left too late in the summer, you might risk getting snowed in these passes up in the mountains. Some of these mountains are so tall, they'll easily have snow on them up until May. Okay, but we'll say it's a nice day today, though. Alright, but that is a basic landscape. We have our subject, a camp on the Oregon Trail with our schooner. In the foreground of our picture, we have a mid-ground, okay, where a little bit more of the story is happening. And then we have the background, which is really far away, okay, and it's further up the page. Alright, so go ahead and color in your scene from the Oregon Trail, and I can't wait to see what y'all submit. Alright, bye-bye.